what's good is Denise Richards' show. Oh, I'm
Ah,
loving it.
love. I love it.
Oh, why is
I
it so
absolutely
good?
I absolutely love it. Look, Denise should not come back to Housewives. It was
No.
not her forte. It's I mean, look, we're not going to do Denise and Aaron dirty because I mean they are the stars of the show. So it's not like going to be Housewives. I love how I mean it's the same production company. So I love how there are nods to Housewives. We have like it's just the little things. We have a jean jacket that's just sitting there. It says Bravo, Bravo, fucking Bravo. Like right? Like we can
Uh,
and then right like in the beginning when like Denise was saying like Erica felt your lats and he's like what? And she's like, well, if Erica felt my lats, I would never forget it. She's like, you don't remember that? And he's like, I try to forget those girls. Like basically saying that like fucking RHOBH was the worst period of our entire marriage and life, which I'm sure it was. It's such a great show.
it's so good and it's so and the sisters being so different and then they had that funeral for the iguana. It's it reminds me of like early reality shows with like
Hmm.
Paris Hilton where there's kind of that kitsch. She's driving that car and she's like, I got a stick shift so you couldn't steal my car. I mean, it's so funny. And I even like Sammy, which I didn't expect to like her because she's kind of monotone and annoying, but I actually really like her.
I like her. I didn't realize the daughters were so different. I think that is great. I mean, Lola has found God and she is really serious about this. It is not, she's like on interviews with Denise talking about like her love of the Lord and religion. And yes, Sammy is like packing her Narcan and wearing next to nothing and heading out to like a rave to come home and like film for OnlyFans. It's great. It is
Bizarre.
great.
But somehow it's not like, I don't know, I thought that, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm very like, pious. But I thought, watching a do mother and daughter with the OnlyFans, I thought I would be like kind of judging it. But there's something about it where it doesn't feel weird that they both have an OnlyFans. Why is that?
I mean, it really is their reality. I mean, in a way, it's like kudos to Denise for being an accepting mother and loving your children no matter what they decide to do. I mean, Sammy is 18. So, there's that. And I mean, you gotta put it in like this is look, we didn't think it was so I mean, we did, and then we didn't. We thought it was so strange when like the Prince of Darkness, who were all black and there were crosses everywhere, and we have Sharon and Kelly and Jack, and it's like, the guy's biting a bat's head off. And then by season three, you're like, this is just a normal family that just happens to be a little eccentric and living in a Hollywood mansion that looks like it should be labeled the Prince of Darkness. So, like, they are a Hollywood family. I mean, Charlie Sheen is the father. They grew up in a blended family. Like, this, it's not, it is normal
It
for
is normal for them.
Hollywood.
Right. And if you compare it to the Midwest, right, they seem a little crazy. But I love that they were like, oh, Brooke was married to dad. Okay. Like, it's just so funny that the dad has been married so many times. They forgot who he's married to. Like, and I like Denise because she is emotional and she does share her emotions. And she was like, maybe I should have taken these kids somewhere else and it wouldn't have ended up like this. But I needed to work. And, I have a special needs daughter. And even the way she is with her daughter, I forgot her daughter, the special needs.
Eloise.
Eloise, the way she is with her, she's always laughing. She's always happy. She seems so well taken care of. And the way that the sisters are with Eloise is so inspiring as well. Because a part of me was like, oh, is it going to feel like Denise is using her daughter as like a platform? It doesn't feel like that at all.
It doesn't feel like that. I really feel like Bravo and the production company, and I just feel like, look, they were in this middle state of crisis of like, what should we do? And I think they're like, look, we've done this before. We built this network successfully. We have to go back to the beginning, right? Like it's gone so people are saying this is so toxic and Teresa and Melissa and bots with Rinna and private investigators with Louis and arrests with Karen Hugh. I think they're just like there is something. It's like full circle. Yes, The Simple Life, The Osbournes, The Anna Nicole Show. Like this is how reality TV started. People wanted lighthearted drama looking in on from the outside. So the formula is like so old that it's new and it's working.
It works. It works. It's like the Kardashians. I was watching it or we already saw the Ambani wedding, but to see it from the inside of the wedding, that's cool. I was like,
Hmm.
because Kardashians are relevant and not relevant. I mean, people don't watch it. It's not appointment viewing. But I was like, that's cool. And I think this is the same. You're getting a glimpse into her life where you're like, that is so wacky. Like Aaron's parents are staying in her primary house, but she rented three townhouses. What's the story there? Why are they in the main house and you're renting three townhouses? I'm a little confused, but it's so Hollywood.
It's so Hollywood, and they're like three like real tech. The daughters are there. Like it's the real deal.
It's a real
I
deal.
just think, I mean, I can't help but think like when I see Tori Spelling show up on that episode too, I'm
So
like,
good.
Tori is like, she is literally like, please, please, please give me the same deal. I have the five kids. There's no Dean, please. I mean, Tori wants to come back herself.
She's dying. You could see it. She's like, please come on my podcast. Please make it part of the episode. And again, Tori is funny. So
Hmm.
Tori is funny. She's wacky. I don't know if she could get a show, but I think they could give her something on Bravo on the website.
I loved though in the day Tori and Dean so in love and all of that. Like I loved it all. I mean she has a diverse group of kids. I just think I don't
Mhm.
know.
I think it could
Yeah.
work. The way it would work is if her and her mom made up.
Well, that would be great.
If they made up on
I
TV.
mean, they're copacetic now. They go out to dinner with Josh Flagg and they're both
Okay.
there. And I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if they're best friends, but they've made up. But yes, you almost would have to have Candy as part of the show. Yeah.
You would need Candy.
Yeah. Give Flag a role on the show. I mean, not that he's my favorite person, but I mean, some people like to watch him on TV, right?
They
Give
do
him
like they
some
do like.
role.
Did you see what happened? Speaking of $1 million listing, did you see what I guess Dorit and Tracy Tudor got into it? What
They
is that?
got into it. Tracy said that she doesn't pay her glam, and Jeff Lewis is involved, and Dorit slammed Jeff. I have to say the bill was paid the next day after Tracy said this, and then it was addressed on Watch What Happens. The guy posted that, okay, I was just paid. So Tracy's just like, Dorit's lying, and how is this bill out of all the days in the world paid the next day after I brought this up? She's
Yeah,
like,
so
obviously, she didn't pay the guy, and now she's embarrassed.
of course. Yeah, I mean, I've talked to Tracy a couple times. She's not a liar. So I kind of believe that whether Dorit forgot or not, and again, Tracy is very close to this glam guy because he kind of looks like her. I don't know if you've seen it. They post pictures together,
No.
and he kind of looks like Tracy. He's like a guy version of Tracy. So they are really close. And again, I'm not trying to defend you should always pay your people, but I'm sure that her glam was probably at max $1,000. Is this really worth exposing her? I don't know. I kind of
No, no. And I also think, I mean, look, Tracy would be a great Real Housewife of Beverly Hills. I don't know if it's going to happen, but she is a working person. I mean, I love how she also said like, oh, and Dorit saying like the invoice hit her. I mean, I actually said this on a show last week, like how the invoice hit her office and it was flagged. Tracy's like office. It's like one fucking person, like it's her accountant who's like doesn't look at her bills. Like, what is she talking about? There's